My opponent is terrible at VGC. Do not go and subscribe to the YouTube channel that will be in the description. It is his YouTube channel, and he is the worst at VGC. As you can see, he is leading with just a boring lead of Politoed and Ludicolo, so just shows how terrible he is, really. It could have been worse. It could have been just a water absorb Politoed, not even getting the Swift Swim for Ludicolo, but, you know. Right, here, I misclick. I was supposed to go into Suicune here, but the time was running out, and I switched into Scrafty instead, which is quite annoying. Especially because I'm going to have to stall for another few seconds because of this Mega Evolution. There we go. Because of his double into my Scrafty with a double Scald. So there's the first Scald, and he gets the burn straight away, which is awful. A burn Suicune wouldn't have been that big a deal, but burn Scrafty is not going to do much at all. So there's the double Scald, but I get a Giga Drain onto this Politoed, doing very decent damage, doing about 70%, and it is in range of another Giga Drain from my Venusaur. So here, I fake out the Politoed, and I go for the Sludge Bomb, because I was hoping for the Ice Beam onto Venusaur. And look at this, this opponent has just got the worst spreads. He should not play VGC, he's just so bad. So I get the Sludge Bomb onto this Ludicolo, and it does over 50%, which is lovely, because I can 2-hit KO it. So here, I protect my Venusaur from any incoming moves, this Scald going for the burn, and he ends up doubling onto it trying to get that burn, but I Drain Punch onto the Politoed, just missing the KO. I Drain Punched so that I would recover enough HP so that I would survive the burn, but I don't end up KOing the Politoed, which is not very good at all. So here, he just goes for burns because that's all he knows, and he manages to get it, so he's just really lucky. And Scald also onto Venusaur because he was still trying to get the burn onto Venusaur, but he got it with the first one. What is he doing? But I get the double KO this turn with the Sludge Bomb onto the Ludicolo, and a Drain Punch? No, a knockoff onto this Politoed. The Drain Punch wouldn't have really done anything, I guess, so it was going down to burn even if it recovered that 1 HP. There's the Choice Scarf. I already knew it was the Choice Scarf. I knew all the Pokemon I was going up against, and he knew all the Pokemon I had, so Scrafty goes down here, and I believe I bring in my Thundurus against his Manectric and his Talonflame. Yes, so there's the Manectric. Shiny wasting even more time. What is he doing? Talonflame, also shiny, still wasting time. And here comes Thundurus, which isn't shiny, so it just gets straight on with it. So, here, this Manectric has a Lightning Rod, so I can't safely go for a Wild Charge onto the Talonflame. This is where the secret move comes into play that I showed last match, Smackdown. It's usually for Charizard, Wise, and Raichu to get the KO through the Lightning Rod, but it works just as well here because I can KO this Talonflame through the Lightning Rod. But he goes for a double protect, one to stall out my burn so that Venusaur will get even closer to being KO'd, and also he knows that I'm a choice band Thundurus, so he wants to see what I get locked into. So he sees the Smackdown, and he goes straight into the Thundurus with a double target, Brave Bird, and then I believe it's Hidden Power Ice, so that he doesn't get smacked down on the Talonflame for an easy KO. So there's the Brave Birds, there's the Recoil, and there's the Life Orb, even though I knew it was a Life Orb already. And there's the Hidden Power Ice. He doesn't have Thunderbolt, so Hidden Power Ice was the stronger move. So there, down goes the Thundurus, and I get a Sludge Bomb off onto this Manectric, which does over 50%, which is very nice. I don't get a poison. He gets all the burns. I don't get the poison, of course not. So I can bring in my Suicune, which should have been in turn 2, but I misclicked. So here, he needs to Brave Bird and not do more than 50%, because he doesn't want to activate my Citrus Berry, and he would be able to KO me with the Volt Switch, but he just does over 50%, which activates my Citrus Berry, which brings me out of range of the Volt Switch. If he would have had Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt would have KO'd. He has Thunder, but he's outside of rain. He did not want to go for that 70% accuracy. He was hoping for under 50%, then the KO with Volt Switch, but no. And here I even misplay. I Tailwind and Sludge Bomb when I really should have Scalded the Talonflame and Sludge Bomb the Manectric, and the game would have been over that turn. But I Sludge Bomb the Talonflame for the KO, and down goes the Venusaur to the burn. So, most Suicunes wouldn't get the KO on this Manectric. I even had a bet with Jamie just before this turn, because I didn't think my Scald would get the KO on this Manectric. He did. So we actually placed a bet that I would KO it for him, and I wouldn't KO it for me. So either way, it was a win-win, really. Either one of us loses the match and gains £5, one of us wins the match and loses £5. So either way, it's fine. Here comes the Scald, and I get the KO on the Manectric. It actually ended up being a damage roll. So that was quite lucky in my part. It was in my favour, so it's not that big a deal. But I defeat this awful opponent. Don't go and check out his YouTube channel. He is just rubbish.